So, back at it again. So we in there. So y'all know, that I'm continually just progressing. But I don't know. What I really wanted to share with y'all is just the fact that I'm continually working at what's important, for me. And my kids, these parenting sessions, classes, the time that I spend with them on the daily, it's priceless. Those moments I don't get back, but I love, the growth. I love how I'm continually growing a relationship with my children. I know who my children are, what they are and how they are and what not and where they're at in their growth. And then, with my parenting classes, I deeply appreciate, the suggestions, the advice, the group talks that that we have in there. And one concern that I brought up for myself was, because the instructor had mentioned about her taking mommy timeouts. And I've heard that before, but she put it in perception when how she uses them and when she uses them is when she knows she's gonna have a temper just just fit. That's when her mind is set up to give herself a mommy timeout. And I think it's good to implement that within your kids to help them understand what timeouts are about and let them know that we deserve timeouts as well at times. So then it implements the whole idea of what it's for, and it's just to take a breather and walk away from the situation, and then just come back when you kind of just take a few steps back, regroup your thoughts, and just focus on the outcome. You know, and so yeah, so I asked her, about that, and she called it mommy's timeout. I'm gonna call it daddy's timeout, and I'm I'm gonna implement that. And then also as well, the last class that I was in, a big, session or a learning session or learning experience for me was when we spoke about timeouts. And what that instructor was saying is that you can also use what it's called a quiet time. So then that gave me something else to be able to use instead of just directly, just aggressively, just hitting that whole timeout all the time, being so aggressive. Now what I do is, when situation escalates, now it's like, okay, I'll give myself a timeout, right? And I let the kids know, like, okay, you know what, daddy's getting a little upset or something, so daddy's gonna take a timeout. And then they'll pick that up, like, oh snap, like, didn't think a grown individual you know was able to get a timeout, because they seen themselves just being the ones to get the timeout. So steps, the way that would go is you know give myself a timeout to regroup my thoughts, kind of just relax, ease down a little bit, and then figure out, see how to go about it. But if the situation still persists and is continuing on, or the action or whatever they're doing, or him or her, then I would use the timeout method. I mean, the quiet time method before the timeout. The quiet time method is where you stop your child from whatever they're doing, and you bring them to wherever you are, and you tell them, or you separate them from that little section or wherever he's at or whoever he's with, and you tell them, you know what, you're taking 1 minute quiet time. You don't get to. But what I do is I just bring them wherever I'm at. Like if I'm in the kitchen, I'm like, okay, have a seat over here, and then 1 minute passes by, boom, goes away. They go back, and that corrects the misbehavior or just whatever action or whatever it is that they're doing. Now, if yeah, now if that doesn't work, then you amp it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little spot over here where I make them sit down, in a corner, or people use stand up, put your hands on the wall. I've used those too, or whatever. But I just thought I can't be so aggressive, being that my kids are only 3 and 4. But technique is to show them how to manage, you know, not how to get angry. So, but anyways, just let you guys know that I have been picking up as I go and progressing. So, just to show the growth, you know, I think it's good. And that way you guys can see that there's some growth and just know that it works. And yeah, that's it. I got my 4:30 to 5:30 recreational time every day. That's time I spend with my kids and whatnot. Oh, and then another thing, extracurricular activities. What are those? Well, for me, I thought, maybe at some point during my day or during my week, I need to sit down for 1 hour, maybe. Uh, 1 hour, and create a little filer where I have printouts, printables, like ABCs, drawings, and things or whatnot. ABCs, one, two, threes, and just print out a whole lot of them and put them in a filer, and then just do one of those every evening or in the morning or on the weekends, depending. But yeah, 1 hour, 1 week of printables. But yeah, that's that's what I'm doing and where I'm at now. As you can see, this is something that kind of crossed my mind. I was going through my head yesterday, and it's been over nearly a few hours or whatever, and I still haven't thought when I was gonna do that. But being that I just implemented that into my priority list on parenting, now it's gonna be a more stronger reminder to figure out, see when I'm supposed to sit down and get those printed out, start that file, and yeah, get the idea.